Rocket sports fans, welcome back to another show. We have with us Taylor Guess. Welcome to Taylorsville. How's that? Welcome to Taylorsville. Taylor is, of course, the most prolific scorer in Crittenden County basketball history. She is also now a member of a very elite 5th District club. That's the 2,000 point club, and we'll talk in detail about that in just a moment. But also Coach Shannon Hodge in her 30th year as head basketball coach of Lady Rockets. And Lady Rockets are off to a great start, and already we're breaking records and making memories, Coach Hodge. And I know I interviewed Taylor after the game about her 2,000th point. That's hard to say sometimes for a country boy like me. But talk just a little bit about, you got this, and you were playing Caldwell County early in the week this week, and you've got Lyon County, a big district game coming up late in the week. Sometimes you say, all right, we want to get this out of the way tonight and not have that, it can be a little distraction. It can put a lot of pressure on her trying to get to that. So you don't want that against Lyon County, right? You want her to get it against Caldwell.
Well, I just wanted her to play. I want our team to play like we're capable of playing and just roll with the flow of the game, and I think that's what happened. I don't think there was no pressure to score it. There was no pressure not to. It's just play, and if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Or, that's kind of my mindset about it. I really, once the game got rolling, wasn't thinking a whole lot about it, to be honest. But just wanting our team to play well.
Do you put a pressure on yourself going into something like that to get it? Because you went in needing 24, and you finished with 26 in that game, so you're at 2,002 points. Any pressure you put on yourself, Taylor?
No, I kind of just let it happen. I mean, I knew that I was close, but it didn't really matter to me if I got it that night or not.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to read you a list here. I have it on my computer. So right now you are at 2,002. So you are actually number 5 on the all-time list now. Number 5 in the 5th District. So you actually overtook Abby Benton, who finished her career with 2,001.
Really?
So she just barely squeaked in. Of course, Abby Benton has a tie to Crittenden County. She is married to David Belt.
Right.
And, of course, Abby played at Cobble County. She was the big girl on that team that they had that went to the state tournament. And
she was playing at Caldwell when I first started coaching.
Yeah,
Abby
and
was.
Very good player in the post.
Oh, yeah.
And I think she went on and played a little college ball somewhere, but I can't remember.
That I don't know.
It escapes me now. But the leading scorer in the 5th District all-time is Sandra Oliver. She played at Lyon County, and she's back in our area, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
She finished in 1981. So I'd like to try to find her. If anybody know where Sandra Oliver's at, I'd like to get a comment from her, because Taylor's going to be chasing her tail the rest of the season. She only needs about 350 more points to catch her. So it's an exciting time. But then Stephanie Humphreys, a girl that I covered back when I was at the Paducah Sun, she was at Trigg County back in the late 80s, early 90s. She has 2,168, and Karen Johnson, 74 to 80 down at Trigg County, has 2,140, and then Tabby Payton down at Livingston Central just finished up a couple 3 years ago.
She's actually teaching at
Crittenden
Elementary.
Crittenden County, another one. I've talked to her about trying to get her to come out and coach a little softball with us. She's a pretty good softball player too. So that's where you're at, right behind Tabby Payton, number 5. All time in 5th District. How's that make you feel?
I mean, it's definitely something that nobody really gets to do, so I'm definitely blessed. But I mean, it's a goal to beat it, but if it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen.
Well, you only need 300 points. I mean, you can do that
unless an injury
they turn all the
happens.
lights out. Yeah, that's things we worry about.
Yeah.
But you're making the best. I mean, you're scoring 25 a game right now. At that clip. You're going to knock this thing out in 3 weeks, and we're going to celebrate then. Okay. So what do you do with all these trophies and awards? You have a place in your house, you put them up?
Yeah.
Blood, did you Uncle Blood build you a trophy case?
Yeah, he actually did. He built me these 2 things that sit on the wall. The plaques I try to hang up on the wall, and the trophies and stuff I sit on the thing. So But the wall's pretty full.
Yeah.
It's almost all the way full.
Yeah, of course, Taylor's been playing for quite a while. She started for the Lady Rockets as an 8th grader and played a good bit as a 7th grader, too, didn't she? Played
A little bit. Toward the end of the year, she did.
But we knew she was going to be good. I remember you and I, when she was in middle school, we would sit around and talk about it. She's going to be special. Yeah.
I remember handing Taylor the ball. I don't know if you remember this or not, Taylor, but handing you the ball after that season was over when you were a 7th grader. And that was the year that Madison Champion and Mari Collins graduated, and giving you the ball and saying, "Tag, you're it. Here you go. This is going to be in your hands for the next several years."
You remember that?
No, I don't.
Go back to her Uncle Blub or Mike Wheeler. He's the one that made the 2000 that you saw her. Out of the old gym floor. So that's pretty special too.
Out of the gym floor over in Old Rock Arena,
in the old middle school gym.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's great. And did you realize the step? Of course, that's where you played. You played your middle school there. Coach Hodge played high school games over there. What that was back until maybe the late '90s. We were still playing over there. So. I want to take just a moment and recognize some of our sponsors who help us bring you the show, as well as some of the other stuff we do for the basketball program and other sports throughout the season. I want to recognize Clark's True Value, which has a full-service lumberyard, hardware, and household items, and more. Seaplant Federal Credit Union. Check out their low interest rates on auto loans and other loans that you may need in your quest for daily life. And Mulligan's Pizzeria and Pub. Golf, pool, disc golf, darts, the bar, all kinds of activities out there at Mulligan's Pizzeria and Pub. Rocket Tire, their tires and more. Check out Patrick Holloman. He's the mechanic down there. They'll give you an oil and lube, and they have all sorts of ways to take care of your vehicle. And YTG Insurance, Tanner Tabor, he's a former Rocket. And these are our sponsors, featured sponsors of the week this week, and we change those out every week when we have a coach's show. So, Coach Hodge, let's talk just a little bit more about last night. And Taylor, I knew she was about to get it. She was 3 points away. You needed, 15 going in, right?
No, she needed 24 going into the night. I don't know how many she had at halftime.
That's what it was. It was at halftime. We knew she had 15 at halftime. She needed 9 more. And you get a couple of points, and Allison looks at me and said, "Hey, she needs 3." And I thought, man, she could pop this anytime down the floor. So I get ready. I'm starting to type what I'm going to tweet. Taylor gave blah, blah, blah. And Allison's bumming. She said, "She's shooting." I'm trying. So I missed the video. I'm trying to tweet what you're doing just in the moment, and get it out there. So I missed it. But talk about, y'all go down and you just put Caldwell away pretty early. And you saw some things with your team too. Go ahead and talk about that game.
Yeah, we came out knowing that they had some young kids handling the basketball, some inexperienced kids, and we wanted to try to put some pressure on them in the full court right away. And we did, and were able to create several turnovers in the first quarter and the second quarter of the game, and we're able to score a lot of points in transition from that. And defensively played pretty well, and I got our hand on a lot of basketballs. And from the get-go, that game was we did kind of put that away early. It's hard after you play that good of a first half to come back out and stay with that same intensity level in the second half. We played everybody. We had 11 kids with us, and everybody got some playing time. So, it was a big win. The border schools, the old 5th District, rivalry. None of these kids know. Well, they know it from middle school, but not from high school. Yeah. But it's always a big game. And last year when we went over there, we lost a tight one. So. That weighed in the back of my mind too. I think didn't mention it a whole lot, or we didn't mention it, but so it was a really good win, and we're happy for Taylor to get the 2000. And I think you've seen her as she spoke about it today. The humility that she has. She's very very humble and very thankful, and not a lot of kids would display that. And she's in talking about 5th District. Getting that number one spot. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. She says, and she's very much a team player. And I think if you watched the game last night, there were a couple times, she had some of those younger kids in there, and she was trying to set them up, trying to make the pass to them instead of shooting the ball herself. And that's the kind of player that she is, very unselfish and very much a team player.
Yeah. What's going to happen when you graduate? I mean, these young girls are going to have, the parachute's gone. It's off. They'll, just kind of take a glimpse forward. Look into your crystal ball and let's look down the road. So what do you see next year? Who's going to be the scorer? Who's going to take over and be Taylor Guest for this team? I mean, you've been doing it since you were the seventh grade. You scored 38 points, then 298 as an eighth grader. It's 298, about what you need, a few less than what you need to catch Sandra Oliver. 515 as a ninth grader, 393 as a 10th grader. That was COVID season, and 656 last year. 656 points last year. So who's gonna fill your shoes? Who's gonna fill them shoes?
Well, it's definitely. I mean, someone's gonna have to handle the ball more. Freshmen Anna and Elliot, they do get nervous with it, and they always just want to throw me the ball. So they're definitely gonna have to step up and dribble it. I think Elliot's gonna be a pretty good ball handler, but she just needs some confidence, and so I think they'll step up and try to cover my shoes.
They ever throw you the ball and you look back at him and throw it back to him and say, "Shoot the ball yourself."
Yeah.
Y'all have that conversation in the locker room?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, help me out here, come on.
When Ellie makes me mad, I tell her that she can dribble the ball up the court every time.
And
I'll just sit in the corner, like when she runs away and just sits in the corner and hides. I tell her that I'm going to do that.
So we'll take just a moment real quick, take a break, and again, recognize those kind businesses around the community who help us support these girls, support the programs, and allow us to bring you this show regularly during basketball season. First United Bank on Main Street in Marion. See Charlie Day for your next loan. H&H Home and Hardware. Ladies Night, December 10th. That's this weekend. Don't miss that. It's a big time. You need to go check that out. Ladies Night. A lot of specials down at H&H Home and Hardware. Crittenden Community Hospital. Local people providing local care. Frazer Law Firm, Bart Frazer and his team of attorneys, Jonathan James and Wes Hunt. Farmers Bank and Trust with 14 locations in West Kentucky, including Marion, Salem, Bowling Green, and Henderson. And Bobby Stinnett Used Cars. Man, he's one of your biggest fans, isn't he? Sean, he's always on the front row down there. I mean, he brings his own energy to the floor, doesn't he? Yes. So he'll get you on the road in your price range. Go see Sean Stinnett down Bobby Stinnett's Used Cars. And Cobie Evans, attorney, no relation to me, but Cobie's a fine man, and he has an office in Marion and Smithland. Cobie Evans, attorney at law. So this week, now Friday night, we have a big game over at Lyon County. This is a game, we talked about this, I think, last week on the show, that kind of sticks in our crawl. They got us in the All-A Classic, and we hadn't forgotten that, have we, Taylor? What have you been thinking about this game? The Collins girl's gone, the one that made the shot. She made the shot. She got the foul line, wasn't it?
Callista's
Collins
gone.
got the foul line there. What didn't she get it at the foul?
She's gone.
Shot it going across the lane or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But anyway,
she got fouled. She was dribbling, got fouled.
It was one of them.
Yeah. Kind of shocked us. So she's gone. But they've got the new freshman girl that's playing really well over there now.
They've got a couple of eighth graders actually.
She's an eighth grader. Yeah.
They've got 3 eighth graders that play. Piper Cottom, the coach's daughter, Trinity Taylor, and Callista's younger sister, Courtney.
Yeah.
And then Grayson Wynn is back, who's the 3-point shooter, and of course Lily Perry, and then Ella DeFew.
Yeah.
And
a lot of girls has been around a while.
Yeah. They have several, so they have a combination of young players and the older ones.
And Trinity Taylor's just the eighth grader, right? I mean, she's leading the team in scoring in 10 points. So what's on your mind going down there this week? I mean, get this done. What do we have to do to get this game under control early and have it go our way?
Definitely our defensive intensity. They have some younger girls, so definitely get on there and ball pressure. and I think just let it come to us.
Kind of like we did over at Caldwell County.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and it did, our defense.
Our defense led to our offense.
Yeah, and it does so many times. I know, everybody talks about Webster County. You play Webster County, they're all up on you. They play it, but I'll tell you, we've kind of got a reputation for that too. We'll get after you.
Well, that's what we want.
Yeah,
that's what we want. I mean, one of our goals is by the end of the season be touted as best defensive team in the region, and I see spurts of that. We just got to be consistent in doing it, and then rebounding the basketball. I think that's a huge key as well. We gave up a lot of offensive boards even in a big win last night that we shouldn't have, and that's something that we have to get more of a rebounding mentality.
Is a lot of that just the mentality?
I think it is. I think you've got to desire the ball. You just got to be relentless every time the ball is shot, whether you're on offense or defense. And
you have to anticipate it not going in, which is something you don't want to happen. But you have to
and a lot of if you just move, I think a lot of times kids get caught standing. Watch the ball, and then when it comes off the rim, try to go after it. Then and you've got to go when the ball leaves the fingertips of the shooter and see it come off the rim, and you can see where it's going. And those people that have that mentality are usually really, really good rebounders. So that's a point of contention for us. That's something that we are going to have to focus on.
I haven't looked at your stats. Top rebounder, I think Taylor's
averaging 9.
The little gal over at Lyon County, we were just talking about Trinity Taylor. She's also leading them in rebounds. She's averaging, I believe, 10 right at 10 rebounds a game too. So. But Taylor scoring 25. What's she averaging on the boards?
9.
Yeah. Not too shabby. 25 and 9. Yeah. So talk a little bit, Taylor, about your plans beyond high school and what I know you and Coach were talking about it a little bit before we started filming today's show. But I know you want to go play some college ball. Is there any place in particular looking? And what do you want to do? What do you want to do with your life? What type of studies do you want to pursue?
I want to go into health sciences and maybe be a PTA or something with sports teams. But I don't know where I want to play yet. So
yeah. So any of you coaches out there in basketball world looking for somebody who can handle the ball, rebound, shoot the lights out of it, get to the line, take it to the rim, here she is, and she wants a college degree. Who wants to help her? I'm sure there are a lot of opportunities out there, and you'll find the right one. But I know you really desire to go, right? I mean, that's what you want to do is keep playing. You love the game. You can tell she loves the game when she's playing. Even soccer. I mean, you like soccer even. I mean, don't you? I see you out there and you're smiling and really good soccer player. You were all region, 2 years in a row in soccer. And which is your favorite?
I don't know.
No, really?
I really don't know.
No, you really like soccer that much too, huh? Yeah. So if somebody said, hey, maybe we'll just put you on scholarship for soccer, you'd be open to that?
Yeah.
So did you start playing soccer before you did basketball? I know you started in a little league program out here in basketball. Did you also play in the rec league out here?
Yeah, I started at 3, 4.
Yeah. Who was your first soccer coach?
Oh, I have no idea.
you don't remember?
I think it was just a a bunch of parents that just had kids.
That's usually what it is anyway. When you're out in the rec league, it's always a bunch of parents. Yeah. Who sticks out in your mind as far? Not Coach Hodge, but in your career as a basketball coach coming up that kind of developed you and maybe saw in you what you had to offer and said, hey, Taylor, you could be pretty good at this. Was there anybody? Did you play upward or anything over at the Baptist Church?
I did, but I don't remember who coached it. Yeah. I don't remember anything.
I bet they remember her. I bet they remember she was on their team.
Sure
I remember little kids I coached in basketball. Yeah.
I remember playing upward, but I don't know who coached it.
Yeah. Well, remember, when you make it to the Hall of Fame, you'll have to thank all these people. So you need to go back, do a little homework on that. You'll gather all that information. All right. So we're going to go over to Lyon County this week and play the Lions and big game. Who do we have to stop over there, Taylor?
Everyone.
Everyone. Coach Hodge, what's the key to winning this basketball game and being 2-0 in the district?
I think we have to bring that upper level defensive intensity. I think we have to be the better rebounding team because they are really scrappy and hard nosed. Those young kids that they have go to the boards really hard. So those two things are big keys, and then just be able to put the ball in the basket. There hasn't been a game even down in Graves County that we didn't get shots. We just have to put them in the basket when we get them and catch in a rhythm and be patient. I think we don't want to get in a hurry offensively. We want to get the shots that we want, and we put 5 people on the floor that are capable of scoring the basketball, and that's something that I don't think that people can say, hey, we're going to go double and triple Team Taylor and leave a lot of people open, because other people can put it in the basket as well.
It looks like Lyon County's pretty deep too. It looks like they got scores down about 8 deep. Looking at their stats this year.
Yeah, they're not a team to be taken for granted for sure. And we're going over to their place, and it's just a different place to play. And
they beat Marshall County out of the chute this year.
They did.
I don't know what kind of team really Marshall has this year. I think they lost a couple of games. I think they're 1-2. They have a new coach, so maybe But typically, you go down to Marshall County, it's an L. Unless you're a great team.
Yeah, it's a different environment to play in too. But they did. So I mean, those kids, I know those young kids pretty well, and they're competitors.
And sometimes those young kids don't get caught up in that environment like the seniors do. That's been around and heard for ages how great these teams are, Marshall Counties and the Hendersons. So the younger kids, they just think it's another middle school game.
Right.
Go play.
I know that they're going to come and they're going to play hard.
Yeah.
They're going to play hard and be scrappy and do everything they can do to beat us. So we're going to have to be ready.
Yeah. All right. Again, I want to thank our partners in bringing you the show here every week, or every time we do one in basketball. We may do 2 a week. We may skip a week every now and then. But Clark's True Value, Sea Plant, a Federal Credit Union, Mulligan's Pizzeria and Pub, Rocket Tire, YTG Insurance, First United Bank, H&H Home and Hardware, Crittenden Community Hospital, Frazer Law Firm, Farmers Bank and Trust, Bobby Stinnett, Used Cars, Sean Stinnett, and Cobie Evans, attorney. Taylor, after you scored your 2,000th point, I got it out barely that time. Say that 5 times in a row. 2,000th. So just
2,000.
2,000.
2,000.
Right. So after you knocked it down, they hand you the little 2,000 insignia or icon that was built by your uncle Mike Wheeler, and then you went up in the stands. I mean, you got a big family. You had to go thank everybody. I mean, she has quite an entourage.
She has an entourage, that's for sure.
Yeah, and there's some other folks that just follow along. I think tag along with your family because they love watching her play, and it's got to make you feel special.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it really does.
Who's your biggest fan?
Well, definitely Papa Donnie.
Yeah, Donnie Asher.
Yeah, I don't think he's missed one. So
missed a game ever. Yeah, well,
he's always there.
Yeah, Pat doesn't miss too many either, does he?
Nope.
Yeah, Pat guess he and I used to run around together a little bit back in the day. Hey, something that a lot of people may not know is your great grandfather was a Major League Baseball player. Rip Wheeler. Of course, your great-grandfather is also Rip Wheeler. Why are you looking?
I'm confused.
Well,
I'm confused.
Why is that?
I thought I only have one Rip Wheeler.
No, you don't even know this story then. I'm telling you something for the first time. So Rip...
I know who Rip is, the Cubs bat. He played for the Cubs?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I know who he is.
And then your mom's dad... I mean, your grandma's dad, excuse me,
Which
Tiffany's
grandma?
dad, Rip Wheeler, he played basketball and baseball at Murray State.
Yeah, I think.
So his dad was Rip Wheeler, and he's the one that played for the Cubs. So there were 2 Rips. A little genealogy project for you. Am I wrong on that? No, I'm pretty
No,
sure.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. So she's got a pedigree.
It's in the blood.
Yeah, no
It's
kidding.
in that blood. Yeah.
Rip Wheeler is the only big league baseball player from Crittenden County, Marion to Crittenden County. Of course, we had Carlisle Tyree that played some professional basketball. And as far as I know, I think those are the only 2 pro athletes to come out of here, unless I'm forgetting somebody, and I could be. I don't know.
Can't
But
think of
anyway,
anyone
good
else.
luck over at Lyon County this week, and good luck in all your pursuits. And I know you want to win a district championship, an All-A title, and challenge Henderson, Madisonville for a regional crown. I mean, we've got a lot of goals this year, Coach Allen.
We do, and this group, I think the stars could align if we just keep working hard. That's what it's going to take.
Watch.
They are. Fun to coach.
At Caldwell County on Tuesday night, of course, it was a doubleheader, but their boys were after we finished. The boys were scheduled to play Hopkinsville. And so a lot of their fans had come early. They were there early and in the stands, and they got behind. They kept talking about Taylor, and they got excited when she got her tooth.
I know.
And, they don't get to see us a whole. We don't play them a whole lot. And maybe when we play them, it's just a girls' game. But I think these were some of the boys' crowd. They say, y'all are pretty good.
Yeah, they were. Some of the mothers were kind of sitting behind the bench. They were talking to me during the game, telling me, "I like that number. Whatever. I like." They were liking our team. That's for sure.
All right. Well, good luck. Good luck in all your endeavors, and we'll have you back on the show here before too long. So let's go over to Lyon County, over to Edible. Maybe get a little barbecue before or after, or something. China buffet. I like to eat over there too. But anyway, we'll see you next week or at some time in the near future. On next show, we'll try to get DJ Pig in here and talk about his start. The Rockets are 2-2. Yeah. And they're going over to Lyon County, and they have quite a task themselves.
They sure do.
The Lyon County boys.
Do.
Travis Perry got his 3,000th point the same night that Taylor got her too, and he has an entourage of his own, so we'll go over and see that as well. Boy girl doubleheader. Girls play at 6, right? We're
correct.
Up, so.
6 o'clock
Friday night. Be over there. This is a big game in 5th District. We'll see you there.